was about 23, something like that. I was a surveyor working full-time, travelling up and down the country, and my knees started swelling up. It took a long time to get diagnosed properly. They thought it was other issues. I'd had an operation recently and they thought it was related to that. And then when I became diagnosed, it had spread quite a lot throughout my body. So knees, feet, shoulders, hands, jaw, etc. So I couldn't do my job anymore because I couldn't get up and down the ladders. Very tough time because I lost my job, company car. At the time I couldn't walk, so that was quite drastic. I also had my first house, had to sell that because I couldn't pay the mortgage, so it was a tough time. It was a tough time. But then I was generally fairly well for quite a number of years, but every so often I would have the flare-ups. And when that happened, I would have cortisone injections in my knees. My knees was the really big problem because you can't, when they both blow up, so you can't actually sit down, you can't get in the bath, you can't get upstairs. It's very, very difficult to cope. And when it became that I couldn't have the cortisone anymore, and it was just repeating so often, was when I started on the Methotrexate. And then I was started on the oral one first. And I built up the dosage over probably several months. I couldn't actually tolerate that. I had a lot of nausea with it. And it was then that my rheumatology nurse said to try injections. I was a bit concerned to start with because I've never done an injection in my life. And but she was excellent and taught me through it, and I had a lesson. And at the time I had a choice to either do them myself or go somewhere to have it done. So I thought about it and I thought, well, I have to spend a lot of time travelling to wherever and it disrupts your life. So when she showed me how to do it and taught me through it, I found it very straightforward. I've been taking the Medac injections now for about 3 to 4 years. It's worked extremely well. Once I became stable on the Medac, I started working as a volunteer for a local charity. I really enjoy it, built up the time I was doing it, and then a paid job became available. So I'm now a paid employee at the charity. I work 18 hours a week over 3 days, and it's fantastic. Before the Medac started working, there's no way I could have done that. I couldn't get up and down stairs. I struggled to get out of the car. Everything was quite an effort. So it meant that once it started working, I can now go to work, earn some money, feel a lot better in myself. I enjoy the social side of work immensely. I like meeting people, so it's made such a big difference. As I got to know them better, if there were any issues, I brought them up, and they were dealt with very easily. Can often be things so simple as a doorknob, which means that you can't easily get out of a door. Maybe it's a lovely design that looks good, but is actually not that good if you've got problems with your hands. But you find that, particularly in places used by the public, it actually helps everybody anyway, and it's no big deal. It's not a great cost whatsoever. I've always enjoyed swimming, and one of my dreams was to go snorkeling, and this year managed to go and had a fantastic time. Went to Egypt and snorkeled around the fishes, and it was just wonderful. I've never been able to do that in flare-up, so that was just wonderful.